just north of Austin. Welcome back to Pflugerville, Texas, ready for the season opener between Smithson Valley and the Hendrickson Hawks. We just had the national anthem, and Tony, it's time for football to be here again.
I think both teams are probably even more anxious than anyone that's in this stadium because they've waited a long time to play a football game, and we know what high school boys think about football on Friday nights.
Again, this stadium is brand new. The first ever game was played actually last night. Austin Bowie beat Pflugerville High School here at the P Field, and this is now game 2, a brand new 10,000-seat stadium, and ready to see some good football here this evening as well. Again, kind of an anomaly for the Hawks a year ago, finishing 3-7. They've had a string of success under their head coach, Chip Killian. This is year 10 for him, and they have never missed the postseason, to include last year when they finished 4 games below 500. In the 5 years prior, though, a regular season record of 41-9. So, Tony, the bottom line is the Rangers cannot take this team lightly despite what happened a year ago.
And I don't think they will. This is, again, a program that we know Larry Hill is always focused on playing good people early so they'll be ready for district. I don't think there's anything that will change that mindset tonight. All
3 of the Rangers' non-district opponents were playoff teams from a year ago, and also all from the greater Austin area. The Hawks won the toss. They have elected to kick off and defer to the second half, so the Rangers offense up first here in 2017. And here in a moment, we'll get our first look at Levi Williams, the Rangers starter at quarterback. The last 2 starters for the Rangers, by the way, Josh Adkins, Garrett Smith, now playing in the FBS. Smith at ULM, and Adkins now at New Mexico State. With the kicking honors for the Hawks, lining it up for Hendrickson is Michael Skills, a sophomore. This was a young team a year ago on the topic of sophomores. 13 different sophomores started last year for Hendrickson. A big reason behind their struggles. A lot of youth on the team, but maybe, Tony, that was welcome experience a year ago for Hendrickson. They'll be better this year for it.
I don't think there's any doubt that what will make these guys better this year is that experience from last year.
2 men back deep for the Rangers, and one of them the ever-dangerous Trevon Merrick Woodard. 2017 is underway. Woodard, no chance. The up-man Pierce has got it running left into traffic at the 35, and that's where the Rangers' first possession of the season will start, with 65 yards of real estate in front of him.
I'll tell you what, Mason Pierce didn't look like someone who wanted to run with the ball very much that time, as he was running east and west instead of north and south. But good field position to start the game, as they didn't want to kick it to Woodard.
The Rangers offense a year ago averaged north of 40 points per game. But now being led by Levi Williams on the JV team a year ago as a sophomore, now on varsity as a junior. In the backfield is Aiken. Only one receiver, Woodard, lined up wide to the right on first down. The Hawks loading up the box. First play of the season is a handoff to Aiken up the right side and stuffed. Maybe a yard to the 36, 2nd and 9.
Inside part of that defensive line just gave no ground at all. There was not a hole that even became visible, and a good stop by their defensive front that time.
Nick Aiken is the Rangers' top returning rusher from a year ago with 185 yards in 2016.
McCody Robertson is the big nose tackle or defensive tackle in the middle, and he's someone we'll have to keep an eye on tonight.
2nd and 9. Snap comes to the quarterback, Williams, charging up the middle across the 40-yard line and down to the 41. Nice pickup there, 5 yards, sets up a manageable 3rd down at about 5 to go.
Did a good job of reading the space that time and got upfield quickly, got himself some yardage. And again, their defensive front, really the strong suit, it looks like early. Shaylin Roberts, one of the defensive tackles, helped wrestle him down that time.
If you're going to run this Ranger offense, Tony, you have to be able to make reads on that play.
No doubt about that.
3rd down, 4 to go from the Ranger 41-yard line. 2 receivers either way for Williams. Here's a snap. He looks left and throws. Too high for Woodard. Throws offline, and the Rangers' first possession ends at a 3-and-out.
Nice coverage on the play by Miles Brooks, who put a shot in Woodard after the ball went over his head. They're no doubt going to keep guys looking at him all night long in every way they can. 1 returner deep for the Hawks at around the 20-yard line.
And here's the punter, Brance Anderson. Only 3 punts a year ago, about 32 yards a boot. Miles Brooks back to return for Hendrickson. Anderson's punt, high in the air to the far side of the field, takes a hawk bounce, and the Rangers kill it just short of the Hendrickson 40-yard line.
So we talked about this before the game started, Brant. The kicking game for both teams is kind of questionable. New guys, not a whole lot of wind here tonight. In fact, the flags are completely still, so it's not a wind factor. It's a confidence factor on new kickers tonight.
That just a 22-yard punt for Anderson. And now the Hawks offense for the first time, led by junior quarterback Blaine Barker. An empty set here, first down for a typically run-heavy offense. From their own 37. Here's a snap to Barker. The rush is on. The pass to the far side is juggled. It is caught inside the 40-yard line. DJ Jackson, the first down catch up to the 37.
An unusual defense for the Rangers that time. No middle linebacker, no safety in the middle of the field. They matched up 5 man-to-man on the perimeter, and no one was there.
Jackson is the Hawks' best playmaker on offense. He's now in the backfield along with Barker. From the Ranger 37, first down snap. Running left, Jackson with room again, inside the 30. And finally forced out by Zuber at around the 23. Another big play for the Hawks offense.
Boy, he had some speed, and once he got out the containment on the edge there, he had some room in front of him.
A veteran player, Jackson, his 3rd year playing varsity for Hendrickson. And now over 3,000 all-purpose yards in his career. 1st and 10 for the Ranger 23. No score, 2 minutes into the game. Jackson again, no, a play fake, a pass is caught inside the 20, and down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line is Gage Mahoney. And Hendrickson moving like clockwork here in their first possession.
Play calling has been sharp and efficient, and they have executed just what they've asked for.
Up-tempo right now for the Hawks, facing 2nd down and 1 from the 14-yard line. Barker for the pistol. Hands off to Jackson this time. No, he kept it. And lunges for the first down to the 12. Small gain there, but enough to move the chains for Hendrickson.
And our new middle linebacker, Will Gibbons, you'll recognize that name. Will Gibbons is the man in the middle, being asked to make a lot of plays tonight.
That's right. His older brother Jack was a linebacker for this Ranger team. 82 stops a year ago as a senior. 3 minutes gone by, no score. Hawks, though, are threatening inside the red zone. 1st and 10. Barker will throw over the middle. That pass is caught. Touchdown, Hendrickson. Thomas Williams and the Hawks are on the board.
Just a little seam route by the tight end who just went straight up the field while the receivers were running patterns, and a great pass that time. Got it right to him. Barker being very efficient on the possession this time. Where's the kicker?
He's on late. And here is Skills, a sophomore, to try to make it a 7-0 Hawks advantage. An impressive drive for Hendrickson. 63-yard march on their first possession. Here's the kick. And Hendrickson has a 7-0 lead. 8:52 to go, first quarter. Back with more Rangers football on the Rangers Network. We'll be right back.
I'm Jaime Buenteo, produce buyer for H-E-B. We work hard to find the freshest, best produce available. That's why we work with Texas growers to buy local as much as possible. Over 100 million pounds annually. In fact, we sell more produce than any other store in Texas. Grapefruit, corn, blueberries, and tons more. All grown right here in our beautiful backyard and on their way to your store within 24 hours. This is the local Texas Produce Department at H-E-B. No store does more than my H-E-B.
And welcome back to the P Field here in Pflugerville. Hendrickson marches 63 yards and scores on a touchdown pass. Blaine Barker to Thomas Williams. And the Hawks have a 7-0 lead over Smithson Valley. Skiles off with the kickoff. Another squib kick. gets behind Pierce. Ball is live at the 30-yard line. And the Rangers able to get on it. Ricky Rios heads up play to keep the possession with Smithson Valley. And now, Tony, you hope that the Butterflies are gone for Levi Williams. He had his first series at 3 and out. Let's see what he can do now in series number 2.
And really, I mentioned this in the pregame, if that offensive line doesn't create some holes, it's going to be hard to run. If they can't run, it'll be even more hard or more difficult to pass. They've got some boys in the middle that have some size to them. Both Robertson and Roberts are 2 defensive tackles that are taking up a lot of space.
Rios lined up wide to the right here on first down. And Rangers the ball at their own at 31. Snap to Williams, he'll throw. And that pass is caught on the screen. Pierce the catch. Out near the 40-yard line and dropped at the 39. Nice first down play. Gain of 8 sets up 2nd down and 2.
Quick out, got the ball out of his hands in a hurry, got it to a receiver that was open, got a block. Nice looking play and something that again will give Levi Williams more confidence as the game goes along.
Pierce did not play at receiver a year ago, only corner, but now being asked to play some more on offense here in 2017. 2nd down and 1, they'll say, from the 40. Williams on the keeper, putting his head down, and he is forced back. That front 7, impressive here in the early goings for Hendrickson. No gain will bring up 3rd down and short. Well, there again, Tony, Shaylon Roberts making a play.
Curly Young, one of their, looks like he's listed as a defensive end, but it looks like he's lining up at linebacker and a safety that time, which is Mays, all came in a hurry to shut him down.
3rd down and a yard to go at the Ranger 40-yard line. Pistol snap here to Williams. 2 receivers to his right. And look back at the sidelines by the junior quarterback. Big opportunity for him this evening, his first ever varsity game, and Coach Hill calls for time. Play clock was winding down.
And 3rd and 1, even in the first quarter, not a bad time to call a timeout, kind of regroup. This is a big play to get your first down, to keep the chains moving, to get some semblance of confidence again in this offensive set or offensive group is really important right now.
Again, the Rangers have lost so much from a year ago. 82% of the team's rush offense, 78% of the passing offense, and 68% of the points scored from 2016 no longer here.
That's a turnover of talent, and these guys that are wearing the white jerseys with blue letters tonight with a program rich in history, they know what they have to do. It's just sometimes hard to push through that first couple of games.
7:26 to go here in the opening quarter. 7-0, and the Hawks have the lead. Rangers with their 2nd offensive possession tonight. They went 3 and out on the first. In danger of having that happen again if they don't convert here. 30 yard from their own 40. Snap back to Williams. He'll pitch it. Running right, the freshman trying to get outside, and he cannot. Darlington Frash, his first varsity high school carry of any kind, unable to get the first down, and the Rangers will punt.
Well, the defensive pursuit that time downhill was just something else. They all got out in front of the blockers and made it really hard for Smithson Valley to have some success with Mr. Frosch.
Boy, and I say that, Tony, again, freshman playing varsity football at tailback. That's a tough position. Here is Anderson back to punt for the 2nd time. Flag is in. Here's the punt, a wobbler. And the ball this time takes a Ranger roll. Picked up at the 25, and the returner is brought down. Nice tackle made by Brady Chubb of the returner Miles Brooks, but we do have a penalty to sort out before the next snap. For the time being, 6:36 to go in the opening quarter, 7-0, Hendrickson on top.
You have to wonder the way the referees are looking. It looks like somebody might have been, offsides would give Smithson Valley a first down.
If it's against the Rangers, they're going to make them repunt.
Oh, no doubt.
And that's the case. Yep. Illegal formation, and Smithson Valley will do this again. And again, back to return is Brooks.
Anderson was kicking the ball pretty good in the pregame. Got off a couple of good kicks, and he needs one now.
He awaits the snap at his own 19-yard line.
Miles Brooks, number 10.
There's a snap from Beck. It's high. Anderson does have it. Here's a punt, angled to the near side. Fair catch called for, made at the fingertips of Brooks out around the 39-yard line.
About a 20-yard difference from where they would have been without the penalty.
And just a 28-yard punt. 6:29 to go. First quarter. All Hawks so far, Tony. We said it. You know, nobody should have come into this game and have been fooled by the Hawks record from a year ago. This program has had so much talent come through. Last season was, again, just not the norm for Hendrickson football.
I think you're absolutely correct.
On first down, here's a shotgun snap to Barker. He'll keep it running left, cutting it inside and down to the 45. Make it the 44-yard line, pickup of 6, second down and 4.
I think from this point on we can assume he is a running quarterback and he is going to run the ball.
A year ago, Barker averaged about 3 yards a carry, did have 9 rushing touchdowns to lead the team. And earlier in the game, tossed one to Thomas Williams. Second down and 4 at the 44-yard line. 4 wide for Barker. And off the play action, bobbles his snap and then is buried at around the 45. Rangers nice pursuit. There's Zuber on the play. And a big third down coming up for the Rangers defense, 3rd and 4.
What a heads-up play. The ball's loose on a fake handoff, and he comes up with it and immediately turns up the field. He got a yard out of something that shouldn't have been anything.
By my count, this is the first third down play for the Hawks offense tonight. 3rd and 3 at the 45. A tight formation here for the Hawks off to the right. Handoff, Jackson, no, play fake, and the Rangers able to get the stop short of the first down on the tackle for Smithson Valley. Trey Witcher, the sophomore, and it brings up 4th and 2.
Nice defensive penetration that time. They got a chance to bring down Barker. Really the first time we've seen that kind of penetration that created a good situation.
5 minutes to go, first quarter, 7-0 Hawks. The offense stays on the field. At least there's an offensive look here for Hendrickson, but Woodard is back deep. And now the punter will backpedal a few more steps. Adam Cousins, the backup quarterback, rugby-style punt. And Woodard in traffic makes the catch. Did not call for the fair catch. It is brought down at the 28-yard line.
Dangerous, but he's the guy.
4:35 to go, first quarter. Rangers down 7-0. And coming out at offense for the 3rd time here this evening. Again, so far, 2 possessions and 2 3-and-outs for Smithson Valley. The Rangers trying to win a season opener for the 3rd year in a row. Last year, clobbered Austin Anderson 60-20 to kick off the 2016 season. Here's Williams on first down from his own 28. Down 7-0. Off the play fake, quarterback keeper, and Williams will be dropped for a loss of a yard at around the 27. Going to bring up 2nd down and 11.
Football 101 tells you if they don't believe you are a threat to pass, that is simply a cornerback or a safety coming off of his man in coverage to stop the quarterback who went around the edge. They don't respect Smithson Valley's passing game right now, and that's putting it really, 10 on 11.
2nd down, 11 to go for the 27. Williams again from the pistol. Off the play fake. Here's the rush. He steps up. The junior looks, rolls, throws, passes caught. 35. Cutting it inside across the 40 and down to the 41-yard line. Diego Cervantes, the catch, and the Rangers' first down of the season.
Not only was it a heads-up play by Williams, but Cervantes got the ball and knew where to go. He got upfield. He avoided a tackler and made enough of a play to get a first down, and that's a big first down.
Cervantes comes out of the formation this time as the Rangers set up 1st and 10 at their own 41.
Woodard's in the slot.
Lined up left and comes in motion. Hand off to Williams, or snap to Williams. The handoff goes to Fresh, the freshman. Up to the 44 for 3 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Ball carrier
It was last year Nick Aiken as a sophomore was getting carries, and we were marveled by that, a sophomore. Now we've got a freshman with the Rangers. Darlington Frosch, 5'7", 195 pounds, a little fire plug of a running back.
So do you call him a Froshman? Right, it's a play on words, isn't it? 2nd and 7, under 3 minutes to go, first quarter, Rangers down 7-0. 4 wide for Williams, takes a snap, here's the rush, throws middle, and the dart is caught by Pierce inside the 35-yard line. Taking defenders with him inside the 20, all the way down to the 19-yard line. What a play by Mason Pierce.
What? How did that ball get to him? That was a dart of a pass.
That's the first question. The second one is, how did he take 3 defenders with him an additional 20 yards?
Well, I think they were all trying to strip the ball, and that's why they weren't making a tackle. But he and then got some help from a fellow wide receiver. But that was a great play for the Rangers to give them some momentum here in the first quarter.
And now inside the red zone of the Hawks' 19-yard line. Williams out of the pistol. One receiver either way. Takes a snap. Play fake. Looks near side. Pass is caught. Rios trying to slip a tackle. Able to crawl up to the 14. That's good for 5. Staying ahead of the chain. 2nd down and 5 to go.
Another one of those sophomore players from last year who's a junior, Andrew Trevelyan, there on the play. I think that throw, though, has kind of made their defense take a different look at Levi Williams now, because, Brad, again, that was one of the best throws we've seen in a long time from any quarterback. He got the ball there in a hurry.
Anderson checks into the game, lines up wide to the right. Woodard slot left on 2nd and 5 for the 14. Motion from Woodard. Give to him, a stiff arm, stays upright, but then the rest of the Hawks come in to finish the job at the 16. The Rangers will lose 2 to bring up 3rd down and 7.
A bunch of Hawks there. Tobiah Harris, one of the early ones who got contact, but again, you mentioned it, there were a whole bunch of them that saw that one coming and ran to it.
3rd down, 7 to go for the Hawks 16 as we approach a minute to go in the first quarter, and Hendrickson on top 7-0.
Big 3rd down play.
A Dorsal Hunter checks back into the game. He lines up wide to the right. Cervantes slot right. Rio slot left. Woodard wide left. 3rd and 7. Aiken to the backfield. Snap to Williams. Throws near side. Pass caught by Hunter. Inside the 10. All the way down to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal coming up Smithson Valley.
He's not very tall, but he's powerful. Hunter, a great catch and a great lean for the 1st down.
Boy, and again, some zip on the football.
Without a doubt.
Levi Williams.
Levi Williams' arm has just exploded into the scene here, and if he can keep this up, this young man can throw the football.
Goal to go now for the Rangers. Their first goal to go possession of 2017. Rios. Tight left, Woodard tight to the right. Cervantes and Aiken to the backfield. And there's the flag. 2 players moving at the same time, and the Rangers will back up 5 yards. Tony, that's the 2nd procedural penalty against the Rangers tonight. Something that kind of comes with the territory of a Week 1 game.
Yeah, and thinking about it, it's specialty guys doing something they didn't do a lot of last year.
Right.
Having to make sure they're in motion the right way, not jumping early. I mean, it's a package thing that you have to get used to.
If there's a silver lining here, the field is now less condensed. On 1st and goal, snap to Williams, rolls left, eyes downfield, throws end zone, and the pass goes off the hands of Woodard, who was actually just short of the end zone there. And the incompletion will bring up 2nd and goal from the 12, and that was the final play of the opening quarter. 12 minutes in the books. Rangers have some work to do. They trail 7-0. We'll be right back with more on the Rangers Network. Here we go. Tie ball game with just 2 seconds left on the clock, and the Rangers are looking to score. Here's a snap. Bayless, who is wide open down the near sideline. Makes a catch at the 10, the 5, touchdown. My goodness, what a play, and the Rangers win.
Hey guys, Tyler Florence here. This season, the Great Food Truck Race is headed way down south. 7 teams navigating culinary roadblocks in a race to victory. Are you ready to roll?
I'm ready. Are you ready? I don't think they're ready.
Wow.
All new, Sunday night at 9, the Great Food Truck Race on Food Network.
Watch Food Network, GVTC Digital Cable Channel 563. GVTC, just plain smart.
Welcome back to Pflugerville as we get ready for the start of the second quarter. 7-0. Hendrickson on top. The Hawks took their opening drive 63 yards and scored a touchdown pass from Blaine Barker to Thomas Williams. The Rangers on their 3rd possession of the game now. And so far, Tony, an impressive drive faced with 2nd and goal at the Hawks' 12-yard line.
We've seen Levi Williams kind of wake up as a quarterback for the Rangers, and he's made some great passes. And all of a sudden, there's some new energy because of that. And I think that's what I'm again trying to say again is that this offense has made some yardage. Getting it in the end zone right now is critical to their again successful thinking.
And now going from right to left here in the second quarter. 2nd and goal for Williams on the offense. Trips left for the junior quarterback, 1 receiver right, that's Pierce. Big catch earlier on the drive. Snap to Williams, a 3-man rush, steps up, rolls left and sacked. Back behind the 20 at the 23-yard line.
You know, they only brought 5, but both Epke and Young, a couple of it listed defensive ends, got there in a hurry, and the offensive line just didn't protect very well from the backside to start with.
This goal-to-go possession began back at the 7-yard line, now at the 23. But here, Tony, while obviously the best-case scenario is to score a touchdown, you also might want to think about making a field goal more manageable as well.
I don't think there's any doubt you need some points here.
4 wide on 3rd down. Play fake. Williams throws end zone. Hunter, and it's over his head towards the back left corner of the end zone, and it brings up 4th and goal for the 23.
And again, Curly Young, a junior defensive end, was right there on Williams as he let go of the ball, and that made the throw a little bit too tall.
So now it's up to Mason Reed to get the Rangers on the board. Reed did hit from 40 a year ago, one of his 4 field goals. It was his longest. And this would be from 40 yards out.
The Hawks have someone standing deep in the end zone in case there's a possible return.
Rangers making sure they have the right personnel out there, and now the play clock is down to 3, and Coach Hill has to burn another timeout, the Rangers' 2nd. So 11:09 to go here in the first half. 7-0 Hawks in front.
Does that make you think maybe it wasn't going to be a field goal try? I mean, field goal personnel is field goal personnel, isn't it?
Well, again, I go back to this being week 1 and some of these players, first-time varsity players. And
I agree, but we also know Larry Hill.
Sure.
I'm just wondering, was there something that was missing from the something that they were trying to do?
Right.
Because that – I don't think it should have been hard to get a field goal unit out there. Maybe just one guy was missing his role because he's new and all that stuff. I concur that's certainly possible, but I'm also thinking that this is a pretty critical point in the game as far as getting points, and you've got to find a way to do it.
Well, think about just how hard the Rangers worked to get where they did on this possession, all those yards and big plays, and it could be for naught if Reed does not make good of this field goal. From 40 yards out to put the Rangers on the board tonight and on the season. Here's a snap, set down, kick by Reed is up, and that kick is dead on the money, good from 40 yards out. Would have had it from 50, and the Rangers now trail 7-3.
What a kick.
Well, what a kick indeed. 11:03 to go, second quarter. Your score, Hendrickson 7, Smithson Valley 3. We'll be right back with more on the Rangers Network.
MLB Tonight brings you closer to the pennant chase.
Devastating slider. Leaping grab, and that's number 3.
Closer to the epic moments.
That ball is cashed out to center. And a dive and a catch.
Closer to the critical plays.
Now you use your hands more. Now I go into a fine focus. Boom.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, bringing you closer to the pennant chase.
This is it.
On MLB Network. home of 2 American League Division Series games.
Flimsy microwave bacon tastes, but Wendy's oven-baked bacon tastes. Add it to fresh, never-frozen beef, and you've got a Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. A JBC with 4 nuggets, fries, and a drink is what makes Wendy's 4 for $4 so delicious.
And welcome back to Pflugerville, 7-3. Hawks in front, 11:03 to go here in the first half. A low line drive kick in the kickoff.
He's down.
And that's right, the return man fielded it on a knee, E.J. Mays, and because of that, the Hawks will start back behind their own 15 at the 11, make it the 12-yard line. Big mistake there made by Mays.
Great E.J. Mays receiving that kickoff. His knee down. The Hawks will take over 1st and 10. Ball racing at their own 12-yard line.
And here come the Hawks. This will be their 3rd possession tonight. The Rangers did force a punt the last time the Hawks had the football. 1 minute gone by in the second. And Hendrickson is on top, 7-3. 3 wide and first down from the 12. It's a run up the middle and skirting up to the 14 for a couple of yards is Jackson to bring up 2nd and 8.
Jackson was kind of wiggly that time. It looked like the Rangers' defensive line was there to stop him, and he kind of tiptoed around him and got a couple of yards where he shouldn't have had any.
If you recall, the first offensive play of the game for the Hawks was a big pass play to Jackson against the Ranger blitz. 2nd out at 8 from the 14-yard line. The tempo not as amped up this time around for the Hawks. Play clock under 10 now. On 2nd down. Running play and an option to the far side across the 25 and down to the 26. And that is Jackson on the play. The stop was made by Matt Coleman'sberger for the Rangers. 1st down for Hendrickson.
Told you a little bit earlier, Barker is a running quarterback. He ran the option almost perfectly. First of all, the right guard just crushed down on the defensive line, stopped pursuit around our left end.
1st and 10 now for Hendrickson. Just across the 25 of the 26-yard line. Their first second quarter possession. On 1st down, snap to Barker, throws left a screen. And down to the 28. That play yields a couple of yards. That's Mahoney with his 2nd catch. 2nd and 8 coming up for Hendrickson. Barker, the junior quarterback, his 2nd year playing varsity, by the way. Won 3 games as a starter a year ago. 4 wide on 2nd and 7. The snap to Barker. Here's the rush. Pass over the middle is caught on the screen. That's going, well, initially nowhere, but the receiver able to turn out a few more yards up to the 34-yard line. Nice play made there by Hendrickson's Timon Jackson. That's going to bring up 3rd down at about 4 to go.
That was a good catch and a run. I thought and if you haven't noticed, it's Will Gibbons that time went from his middle linebacker spot to the right defensive end. I don't know what changed, but he's been moving around on the defensive side.
3rd and 3, and the Rangers are playing tight coverage here. Look for the blitz. 4 receivers again for Hendrickson. From their own 33. Motion coming from the slot. Hand off to the motion man up the middle. Able to yield the 1st down. Up to the 37-yard line. That was Mahoney. Nice play design there by Hendrickson.
Again, mentioned they were kind of slowed down early. This better play calling last couple of plays at least been executed better.
1st and 10. Hawks just short of midfield now at their own 37, leading 7-3. 8:35 to go. Here the first half. Whistles before this next snap.
The yard marker on the sideline didn't have the 1 up.
That's a problem. On 1st and 10, Barker back to throw. Steps up against the pressure, points downfield and throws. Pass is caught across the 45. Woodard in on the tackle after a gain of 9 more yards. For Hendrickson that time on the catch, Terrence Walker. 2nd out and 1.
Great job from Barker to Walker that time of just kind of shot putting it to him and making a play in traffic.
Second down and 1 to go.
Barker's changing the play at the line.
4 receivers again. Here's motion out of the backfield. Pass to the motion man, caught by DJ Jackson, and the Rangers read that. Guess who making another play? Mason Pierce is stopped back at the 42-yard line to set up 3rd down and 5 to go.
I don't know about you, but when I saw that, I was worried about a face mask, the way the receiver got dragged down, but no call. Must have had his jersey.
And now Tony, another big 3rd down in this game. Empty backfield here for Barker. Trips left and 2 receivers right. Jackson is in the slot to the right side. Smithson Valley again showing a blitz. Don't see any safeties playing back deep right now.
Barker changing the play again.
Here's a snap. Back to throw. Pass far side. It is caught. No, dropped. Receiver in stride off his hands. And dropping the football for the Hawks was Cameron Nobles, a junior. Smithson Valley dodges a bullet. That could have been a touchdown, and it brings up 4th and 5.
When they put out 5 receivers there, that time Zuber is on a receiver, and that's a tough cover for the Rangers. Take one of your linebackers and put him on a quick receiver. That's not a good matchup.
Smithson Valley not putting anybody back deep here on this 4th down play. Now Woodard will backpedal. But before that, Coach Killian calls for time for the Hawks. With 6:58 to go in the 2nd quarter, and Hendrickson on top, 7-3. You look at the schedule, by the way, for Hendrickson, and boy, their schedule is daunting this year. Of the 10 teams they play, 6 of them were playoff teams from a year ago, to include the Rangers. And 5 of the Hawks' opponents had won 8 games or more, also a group that includes Smithson Valley. And check this out, Tony. Hendrickson's final non-district opponent, Lake Travis.
So we'll try 4th down again. Both coaches trying to be inventive at different times. We'll have to see if Coach Killian tries anything here.
The Rangers have burned 1 or make it 2 timeouts. The Hawks have burned 2. So again, it is Adam Cousins, a backup quarterback, into this 4th down play. And now back to punt. Woodard back to return. Rugby-style kick, end over end. Woodard fields at the 30-yard line, cutting left, 35, 40, and forced out near sideline, out of bounds at the 44. So with 6:50 to go in the 2nd quarter, the Rangers have the ball down 7-3. Last drive for the Rangers did end up in points. A nice 40-yard field goal made by Mason Reed.
We talk about it all the time. Mr. Woodard receiving a punt, just smooth. He got yards out of something that wasn't really as many yards as he got, and he still got them, the Rangers, some field position better than it would have been.
This time next year, we'll see Woodard playing on Saturdays and Tony wearing the purple and black of TCU.
That'll be exciting.
Boy, no surprise there, huh? We all knew Woodard would end up at a Power 5 program somewhere and chose to stay in state. 1st and 10 for the 44-yard line. Rangers down 7-3. Snap to Williams. Throw is caught by Pierce. Squirms past a couple of defenders out of bounds right around the midfield stripe at the 49. That's good for 5 yards. 2nd down and 5 coming up.
Again, when you throw it to the receiver behind the line of scrimmage, the other receiver goes up and lays a block. Hunter that time got a good seal block on his man, and then Pierce just had to beat his own to get some yardage and got 5 out of it.
Well, I got to tell you, we didn't see Mason Pierce play receiver a year ago, but I'm glad he is there this season. 2nd down and 5 for the 49. Pierce comes in motion, left to right. Handoff up the middle, Aiken into the secondary. Stumbles inside the 40 and down to the 39-yard line. Nice run by Aiken, his first big carry of the season.
It's good to see him doing what he did last year at times, and that is just bursting through the line. He just needs a little seam, and when he does, he's got some quick feet to get through that hole, and that time got a nice gain for the Rangers.
A gain of 11 yards. The Rangers' biggest play tonight, a 39-yard passing play to Mason Pierce. 6:20 to go until half. Rangers down by 4, but on the move at the Hawks' 40-yard line. Williams out of the pistol. Handoff, Aiken again. Aiken powers his way down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 5 more hard-earned yards. 2nd and 5 coming up.
That time it was the Smithson Valley running back putting a hurt on one of the defenders. And again, that time Curly Young was there for the tackle, but this time he felt it more than the offensive player did.
Nightfall now upon us here in Pflugerville, just north of Austin. Brand new stadium was broken in last night. This is game 2 here at the P Field, just outside of Pflugerville High School. 2nd down 6, they'll call it from the 36-yard line. 4 wide for Williams. He'll throw. No, he'll keep it up the middle. He's got the first down. Twist inside the 30-yard line of the 29, and the Rangers' drive will continue.
Another called quarterback draw that time. Nice job of Aiken going through the line first, and a nice job of the offensive line giving him a spot there to run through.
The first 2 drives for Williams were shaky. Throws offline, not the right reads in the running game, but the drives 3 and 4 since then, very impressive. 1st and 10 from the Hawks, 29. 4 wide again for Williams. Pump fake, scrambles, looks, eyes downfield, throws downfield, end zone. That pass again overshot. Running a bit of a wheel route there was Frash, the freshman. It'll be 2nd and 10.
If anything that we've seen, when he runs to his left, his throws tend to sail. That's the 2nd time going to his left. He's overthrown a receiver down the left sideline. I'm not saying each one of them was open. Maybe he threw it away, but he hasn't had a chance to connect on that route.
2nd and 10, Rangers just inside of 5 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter, and they trail 7-3.
And Frosch, that last play was in the slot. So they've even split him out today.
Woodard wide to the right this time. Pierce slot right as Williams operates on 2nd and 10 out of the pistol. Handoff, Aiken, and able to turn out a couple to the 28, maybe the 27. 3rd and 8 coming up.
Kind of behind the chains a little bit on this one. Be interesting to see what the coaching staff comes up with a play. They've been ahead of the chains for the most of this drive and haven't had a tough 3rd and 8, but this will be one that will be really sweet to convert.
We see an offensive line change. Justin Brestel comes out, and is Alex Schaefer. Keep in mind, this Ranger offensive line brand new this season. All 5 starters from a year ago gone. 3rd down and 9, they'll call it from the 28. Williams to throw. Pass on the swing is caught. Cervantes trying to spin out of a tackle and cannot. He's dropped at the 25 at the far side of the field for 4 yards. And 4th and 5 coming up now.
Another field goal?
Boy, that's the big decision right now, Tony, because before, the 4th down wasn't manageable. It was 4th and goal from the 23. This, though, you could convert facing, we'll call it 4th down and a long 6. And the offense does stay on the football field. 4th and 6 from the Hawks' 26-yard line. Play clock down to 7. Williams trying to get the offense in order. Takes a snap. He'll throw. Looking. Throws. Right side. Caught. Inside the 15 for the first. Down to the 14-yard line.
Hunter.
A Dorsal Hunter, the catch is 2nd tonight. And the Rangers inside the red zone again.
And I know he's listed as a tight end, but he's playing wide receiver tonight and looking really good.
6 feet, 195, only 2 catches all of a year ago. Playing behind Davis Grochin. Approaching the final 3 minutes of this first half of 2nd quarter so far. That's been won by Smithson Valley. 1st and 10 for the 15. Snap to Williams. Handoff. And a reverse to Woodard. He's got a block from the quarterback, Williams, inside the 5-yard line. Spinning his way towards the goal line. Is he in? No, down to the 1. 1st and goal coming up. What a play, what a block by Woodard and Williams.
Great job of conceiving the play as Woodard lined up wide left, and really some good execution by both Williams and the offensive line to keep it the sail of the play going.
Goal to go inside the 5 all the way down to the 1-yard line. Scoring chance here for Smithson Valley.
Got to muscle this one in.
Out of the pistol, Williams. Woodard to the right at receiver. Pierce making reels at the left side. Handoff Aiken up the middle. And he is charging through. Is he in?
Yes.
Hands are up. He's got it. Touchdown. Touchdown, Smithson Valley. And the Rangers had their first lead of 2017.
You know, Nick Aiken, we talk about how little he is and how quick he is and all this. He's run some very powerful runs both last year and this year. That time got some help from his offensive line and some other push, but got it in the end zone.
On for the PAT is Reed, knocked through a 40-yard field goal earlier in the game. Last year, kicking point afters, 38 of 40. Here's a snap from Beck that's set down. The kick is up. Flags are in as the kick is put through the pipes. And we'll check the marker. It's against the Hawks. So the Rangers will have a 10-7 lead when we come back. 2:16 to go, second quarter. Back in a moment on the Rangers Network. Here we go. Tie ball game with just 2 seconds left on the clock, and the Rangers are looking to score. Here's a snap. Bayless, who is wide open down the near sideline. And he makes a catch at the 10, the 5, touchdown. My goodness, what a play, and the Rangers win. And welcome back to Pflugerville. Smithson Valley in front for the first time this season, 10-7 with 2:16 to go until halftime. A 1-yard plunge into the end zone by Nick Aiken. His first touchdown as a Ranger. That a 71-yard scoring drive. The kickoff by Reed gets behind the returner and into the end zone for a touchback. And Tony, as impressive as the Rangers' offense has been these last two drives, defensively, looks like they're improving as well.
Well, they're figuring out some of the things that the Hawks want to do, and they're bending but not breaking right now, and that's the kind of defense that I know the Rangers like to play. They're not a just all costs, give them nothing kind of defense. Let them work something, just don't give them first downs.
If you recall, the Hawks scored their first possession. No points since then. Barker, the quarterback, his second year as a starter for Hendrickson. In the backfield with him is DJ Jackson and 4 receivers as well. From his own 25 on first down. Handoff, Jackson running left and nothing doing there. Maybe a yard to the 26-yard line. They'll give him 2 to the 27. Second down and 8 coming up.
C.J. Kaler there on the play. Just so you know, Patrick Elliott, a senior defensive tackle at 5'6" and 210, took on a double team that time and actually stood him up so they didn't get far. They couldn't get to the second level.
Elliott, by the way, wearing the number 99 this season. Former number Brendan Arnold. Second down pass is caught. Ball is fumbled at the 35-yard line. Who got it? They're going to say the Hawks were able to jump back onto the football at the 36, just avoiding disaster there in a first down.
Jalen Taylor, the senior receiver, was able to fall back on the ball that he let go.
And now Barker in the hurry-up with 1:30 remaining until halftime, trailing 10-7 on the keeper, running left after a pump fake, and he dives up to the 41. That's good for 5 yards. Second and 5 coming up, and the clock will continue to tick.
And that's what the Rangers need to do. They need to keep that clock moving.
Nobles comes into the game at receiver. If you recall, he dropped a would-be touchdown earlier in the quarter. Final minute of the second. Rangers on top, 10-7. Second and 5 for the 41. Snap to Barker. Rangers bringing a 4-man rush. They get pressure, and down he goes. Keeler the sack back at the 40-yard line. He'll lose a yard to bring up 3rd down and 6. And now a timeout is called by the Rangers. No, the Hawks. That is their second. They have 1 left, 44 seconds left until halftime. C.J. Keeler, 9 sacks a year ago, led the team. And, Tony, we just saw why moments ago.
C.J. Keeler, just 2 plays almost in a row that time. And it was really, it looked like that Barker had kind of eluded the pass rush and was going to have a chance to chuck it up the field. And Keeler just came right in there and just made it into it.
Well, what again, what a night, Tony. Friday night in September, high school football is back. We have a tight, intense game as we approach the end of the first half. Rangers working in new players, Hawks the same. Here we are, brand new stadium. I'm glad to be back with you.
It is fun, and it's amazing with all that's happened in the last week with Harvey and all that in Texas and in Louisiana, all that's been impacted. To get away on a Friday night and to watch a football game on an 83-degree crystal clear night here in Pflugerville, I don't think our crowd is big enough as the night deserves.
And don't forget, by the way, the Rangers back at it next week at home at Ranger Stadium against Austin Anderson.
Big third down play.
Third down at 5 to go for the 41. 4 wide again for Barker. Rangers rushing 4. Barker steps up and throws.
Uncovered.
Deep ball, man open, and the pass again is dropped, and again by Nobles. Great play design again by the Hawks, but Nobles cannot hang on.
He was uncovered at the line, and when he ran his little route, no one went with him. That was definitely a breakdown in coverage that time by the Rangers.
And Smithson Valley will take it, though, on the drop pass by Nobles. And now 4th and 5, a punting situation here for Hendrickson, with 38 seconds to go until halftime. And here again is Cousins. And now deeper in the formation to punt the ball away. Woodard is back deep, a low snap. Here's the punt, gets behind Woodard inside the 20. And that will roll all the way towards the 10 and die at the 10-yard line. A nice punt there of 39 yards with 27 seconds to go, and Tony with only 1 timeout left and 90 yards in front of you. I got to figure the Rangers are going to take a knee and take this 3-point lead into the locker rooms.
You certainly would hope so. There's nothing to be gained by doing anything on your own 10-yard line. Take a knee and go to the locker room.
I'll say this. If you'd have told me, let's call it 20 minutes of real time ago, that the Rangers would be leading at halftime, boy, I would have been ecstatic the way this game started.
I don't think there's any doubt that the Rangers came out kind of shaky. You know, a penalty on a punt, illegal procedure when you're down in a good offensive spot, and all of a sudden things started to snap.
It is a kneel-down formation here for the Rangers. Snap to Williams, goes down to his knee, and that will do it. 24 minutes in the books in 2017, and the Rangers have a 10-7 lead. But before we actually give you the goodbyes until halftime, there's still time on the clock. Looking at both sidelines, nobody's calling for timeout.
Well, that makes no sense with 1 timeout to call a timeout.
Nope.
For the defensive side, because then we'd run another play and then they couldn't.
So now it's official. Yes, 24 minutes have expired here in the Week 1 opener. Rangers 10, Hawks 7. Halftime coverage coming up. We'll be right back on the Rangers Network.
So this is it, huh?
Yep, this is where it all starts and finishes.
Joe Pavelek, Jeff Shin, Alan Hill, Pat Bailey, Matt Hilson, Clint Haney, Cody Fuller, Eric Anders, Garrett Smith, Andrew Sandejo, Josh Adkins could have dressed in the soccer.
We got work to do, kid.
We're gonna go inside, we're gonna go outside, we're gonna get him on the run, we're gonna keep him on the run, then we're gonna go, 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 go. We won't stop until we're across that goal line. This is a team they say is good. Well, I think we're better than them. So what do you say, man?
Let me give it a try. Making videos is not easy. It's confusing and it's hard work. Well, I'm here to tell you, when your back's against the wall, call Wick Productions. It's who we use for Game Night Scoreboard production and the Rangers Network.
Amazing, Coach. Another perfectly executed shameless plug.
MLB Tonight brings you closer to the pennant chase.
Devastating slider. Leaping grab, and that's number 3.
Closer to the epic moments.
That ball is cashed out to center. And a dive and a catch.
Closer to the critical plays.
Now you can use your hands more.
Now I go into a fine focus. Boom.
The analyst of MLB Tonight, bringing you closer to the pennant chase.
This is it.
On MLB Network. home of 2 American League Division Series games.
And welcome back to Pflugerville. Your score at the half on the Rangers Network, Smithson Valley 10 and Pflugerville 7. And coming up later in the halftime show, we'll have stats and a breakdown of the first half. But for the time being, now you can enjoy the performance by the Smithson Valley Marching Band performing for the first time here in 2017.
Tonight, the Ranger Band will be performing a traditional marching routine for the William Pell Overture. The 2017 Ranger Band feature forward is Sophie Gilbert. Please join us in welcoming the 2017 Ranger Marching Band. And now, the award-winning Silver Spurs dance team. The Silver Spurs are being led onto the field tonight by Junior Lieutenant McKenna Bonner, Kathleen Bratton, and Ashley Brown, Senior Lieutenant Lucy Garcia, and Valerie Roper, First Lieutenant Sophia Drew, and Colonel Haley Chamar. The Silver Spurs are under the direction of Ashton Rochelle. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Ashley Saunders. The Dancer of the Week is Melanie Bowe. This evening, the Silver Spurs will be performing a palm routine to Born This Way. Now please welcome the award-winning Silver Spurs. The 2017-18 Silver Spurs Social Board officers are President Allison Haynes and Caitlin Sinowitz. Social officers Ainsley McMillan, Alexi Miller, and Sydney Roscoe. Chaplain Maddie Ford. And now, taking center stage, is Smithson Valley Color Guard under the direction of Sam Woodfield. The 2017 Color Guard officers are co-captains Megan Barker, Carly Gofford, and Trinity Prophet. Please welcome the Smithson Valley Color Guard as they perform a feature routine to No. Please stand and show your support as the Smithson Valley Ranger Band performs the Ranger Fight Song.
Just press enter and your GVTC home DVR will record your show automatically.
Thanks, Doug from GVTC, who looks exactly like Ranger Senior CJ Keeler.
I'm just Doug, here to help.
Fumble!
Here you go. Can I help you set up your favorite channel list now?
Whether you're out at the beach or chilling poolside, the summer heat is here and Music Choice is turning it up. Chill out with the latest music from your favorite kids artists and more. Your music lives here on Music Choice.
Hey guys, it's Sophia Carson here. Check out all of my music videos available on Music Choice On Demand. Available on GVTC. Just go to Free On Demand and select Music Choice.
And welcome back to Pflugerville. We are waiting for the start of the third quarter. Rangers on top 10-7. If you recall, the Hawks won the toss back before the game started, and they elected to defer to the second half. So we will see Blaine Barker and the Hawks offense to start the third quarter. The kickoff from Reed is short. Angled towards the far side, taken at the 10. Up to the 15, the returner across the 20. And tackle from behind at around the 23 was E.J. Mays. And Pflugerville Hendrickson, down 10-7, will start at his own 23-yard line.
Good kick coverage by the Rangers that time. A lot of white jerseys down there. Brady Chubb, one of the most aggressive at getting to the ball, but Rangers doing a good job on kick coverage that time.
Brady Chubb, one of those returners on defense, a senior a year ago. 3 pass breakups, also had a forced fumble. You look at some of the losses on defense for Smithson Valley. We've got at length about the offensive losses, namely at quarterback with Josh Atkins no longer here. Guys like Brendan Arnold on the defensive line, Jack Gibbons at linebacker, and in the secondary, names like Josh Hansen and Chandler Beam. On first down, It is a quarterback keeper. Barker breaking a tackle into the secondary. Cutting it outside. Inside of midfield, he has a chance to go all the way. 20, 15, a block inside the 10, all the way down to the 2-yard line. And check it was not Barker, it was Cousins, Adam Cousins on the play, all the way down inside the 5.
So they switch quarterbacks to start the second half, and the new quarterback makes a play.
You look at the sidelines, and Barker has a helmet on. I don't see him, being tended to by a trainer.
Right.
I don't know if perhaps it was performance-based or not, but Cousins now in a quarterback for his second play of the third quarter after a phenomenal first. Backs at an eye on 1st and goal from the 2. Handoff to the up back, and he's in for the touchdown. Hawks back in front, now 13-10.
Wow.
Timon Jackson, the touchdown run. And the Hawks now send out the PAT unit. What a first drive for Adam Cousins, and a brief one at that. And by the way, that was a 75-yard run by Cousins in the first play of the half. Off of the PAT, the sophomore Skiles, good in his first attempt back in the first quarter. And this one, though, is blocked. A live ball picked up at the 23, but down to the 33-yard line was Aiken. A chance to give the Rangers 2 more points, but they will settle for a blocked PAT, and they trail 13-10. 11:33 to go, third quarter. Back with more in just a moment on the Rangers Network.
Hey guys, Tyler Florence here. This season, the Great Food Truck Race is headed way down south. 7 teams navigating culinary roadblocks in a race to victory. Are you ready to roll?
I'm ready. Are you ready? I don't think they're ready.
Wow.
All new, Sunday night at 9, the Great Food Truck Race on Food Network.
Watch Food Network, GVTC Digital Cable Channel 563. GVTC, just plain smart.
Just when we thought the Hawks offense had gone to sleep, boy, they woke up in a big way to start the second half. A 75-yard run of the first play by backup quarterback Adam Cousins. One play later, Timon Jackson, the junior tailback, with his first rushing touchdown of the year from 2 yards out after a blocked PAT. It's 13-10, Hawks in front. And only 27 seconds have expired off the third quarter clock. The Rangers a year ago, a good third quarter team. They were plus 53 in the point category. As we see the kickoff from Skiles, short again. Woodard will field it at the 29, across the 35, across the 40-yard line, into traffic. Ball had come out. Or no, Woodard came out of the pile, not the football. Inside of midfield and down to the Hendrickson 47.
I didn't see who it was, but somebody had grabbed him by the jersey and thrown him. He just kept his balance and got 10 more yards out of it.
Boy, you're playing with fire. If you're going to kick him the football, even if it's going to be a squib kick, a short kick, a deep kick, if it lands in his gut, you've got trouble looming on the horizon.
46 yards to go back and get the lead.
And here is Levi Williams, a really good second quarter after a rocky first. Trips left on first down. Williams will throw it right. Pass was tipped and picked off by the lineman inside the 40-yard line and down to the Ranger 32. A tip pass right into the awaiting arms of McCody Robertson. What a break for Hendrickson.
We talked early in the game about those 2 defensive tackles, Roberts and Robertson. This time a tip pass makes Robertson look like a fullback. And what turned out to be great field goal position has now turned the tide, and now all of a sudden the Hawks have great field goal position, or field position.
The game's first turnover, and boy, a tough luck interception there against Williams. Boy, you talk about, making the most out of your first 46 seconds of a half. The Hawks have done that. Cousins out of the shotgun on first down. Motion from Mahoney. Cousins will throw. Now looking, scrambling, into traffic, into the teeth of the defense, and wrapped up at the 28 after a 4-yard pickup will bring up 2nd down and 6. I got to tell you, Cousins has come in and played with some confidence in the 3rd quarter.
He has indeed.
Well, a year ago, Cousins attempted all of 27 passes, completing 11 of them, and had 26 yards rushing. He tripled that on his first play on offense of the game.
Sophomore Thomas Zoig is in at linebacker, and he just made that big hit.
10:35 to go, 3rd quarter. Hawks up 13-10 on 2nd and 6. A screen is caught inside the 30-yard line and breaking a tackle inside the 25 to the 24. Nice catch and run from Kyrie Somerville, his first catch tonight, and it sets up 3rd down and a yard to go.
You know, we've talked about it. Their athletes right now are just have woke up and they're making plays.
Another big 3rd down in this game. We've said that so much tonight, but it seems like every 3rd down has really had some kind of significance in the game, in the story of this game, and we're seeing it again play out. 3rd and a yard from the Ranger 23, 4 wide for Cousins. A long snap count, and he will keep it himself, and he will muscle his way to the 23 and no more. Stood up by the Ranger defense, making another play is Trey Witcher, and it brings up 4th and a yard.
Gibbons there too. The 2 linebackers really asserting themselves now.
And the Hawks offense stays out there. DJ Jackson back into the game. To the sidelines goes Javon Taylor. And we've gone from a big 3rd down to a huge 4th down. If the Rangers get the stop, they will not pay for the turnover. Cousins talking to the offensive line. Play clock down to 5. He's got to hurry. Down to 2. The snap. Handoff. Jackson, and did he get it? Second effort. Spotted the football. I don't think he did.
The near spot says no.
He needed the 22. He's at the 22.5-yard line. And when they place the ball, it will be a turnover on downs. And boy, the Ranger offense, Tony, has got to congratulate the defense for saving their behinds after the turnover.
Looks like they might want to measure, but it's not close.
No, sir. When nose of the football, I'll say this, it's closer than I first thought, but I don't think he has
it. You said 22.5. It's almost the 23. It's closer to the 23 by a football length.
Yeah, if anything, this is a courtesy measurement for Coach Killian.
Without a doubt. This is at least a half a yard shy.
Easily. Ranger ball after a turnover on downs, and boy, the job the Ranger front 7 did in the previous 2 plays, they have to be applauded for that.
I really don't know what the complaint would be about, is the bench is not very happy with the spot, but I don't know that the running back got that far.
I don't think so either, Tony. I mean, again, our vantage point is much higher than theirs down to the field. But that said, I thought the officials got that call right. 13-10, Hawks in front, 8:56 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Rangers' 2nd 3rd quarter possession. They ran 1 play in their first. It was a turnover. Handoff running left. The freshman Froush across the 30-yard line. Nice burst. Close to 35 at a first down, up to the 34-yard line.
I know it's overlooked a lot, but Levi Williams' fake on that play was superb and held someone in the defensive 2nd level for at least a step. He did a great job of pulling off that fake.
Boy, Tony, again, we've talked about Froush, the freshman. This time a year ago, he was playing 8th grade football. How big were the stands then? They didn't seat 10,000.
And he was dominating then.
On first down for the 34. Here's Froush again, sifting through traffic across the 35 and down to the 37-yard line for 4 more hard-earned yards. 2nd and 6.
I watched the Ohio State-Indiana game last night, and they talked about one of the running backs with that lateral hop. We just saw it right there. A defender right in front of him hopped to his right and burst forward. Got 4 yards off what really shouldn't have been anything.
Here's what I'm curious about right now, Tony. At what point on this possession, this drive, do the Rangers get the ball to Trevon Merrick Woodard? He's in the formation right now on a slot to the right side. Second down, and they'll call it 7 at the 36. Snap back to Williams on the keeper, running left, trying to find an alley. Turns a corner close to the 40-yard line. Forced out in front of the Hawks bench at the 39. That's good for 3. Will bring up 3rd and 4.
Broken play. Running back's on his right. He turns to his left. He scrambled and got a couple of yards out of it, but some mix-up there between he and the running back.
Don't go anywhere. This game has a feel of one coming down to the wire. 7:40 to go, third quarter, a 3-point affair. 3 lead changes already in this season opener. And again, one we could not see a year ago because of lightning. Well, we've seen plenty of thunder and lightning so far tonight, but you can't see thunder, I guess.
Play clock under 5.
You hear it, Tony. Nothing? On 3rd down and 4, here's Frous, the freshman again, trying to fight for yardage. Ball pops out late, but I believe the play was whistled dead. Frous was marked down at the 41. And that was not enough for the first down. It'll set up about 4th and 3.
Robertson and Young, the 2 key components to that defense on that play that allowed the Hawks to hold off the Rangers.
And with Smithson Valley still on its own end of the field, they'll punt the football back. And here is Brance Anderson. Has not punted, by the way, since the opening quarter. Good snap. Here's a punt into Overend. A Ranger roll inside the 20, picked up at the 25, and the returner is wrapped up at the 23. Miles Brooks trying to find room to run, but instead a Ranger was right there, Thomas Zoig, and the Hawks start at their own 25-yard line.
Not a pretty punt, but still effective with the roll.
6:36 to go, nearly halfway through the third quarter. Hendrickson was down to the half, 10-7, now leading 13-10. We saw the Ranger defense on the last Hawks possession come through with a turnover on downs. And Cousins remains a quarterback for the Hawks. On first down for the 25. And a running play to the left side kept by the quarterback between the hashes. He'll lose yardage back to the 24. Will bring up 2nd down at 11. Great pursuit by Smithson Valley.
Assignment football is what you see when you face an option quarterback. I think we saw it right there. That was Gibbons that stayed with the quarterback. The defensive end over here went with the running back. I think they're starting to figure some things out, and now they've just got to keep the playmakers from making plays.
2nd down at 11 from the 24. Full wide here for Cousins. Motion from the slot on 2nd down. Here's a snap. Cousins will throw. Over the middle towards the left side. The pass is short hopped for the intended receiver, Jacob Lee. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. A nice defensive down for Smithson Valley.
He had 2 receivers over there, and I don't think he made up his mind which one he wanted to throw it to.
Yeah, short-armed it.
Yeah.
All right, Tony, 3rd down and long for a quarterback that's lacking experience. What do you dial up here?
Defensively or offensively?
Offensively, if you're the Hawks.
Well, it looks like they're spreading it out, and they want him to throw the ball.
He will. Here's a rush, though. Escapes up the middle, scrambles across the 30, and he is brought down to the 32, well short of the first down. Well, you hold your breath there for a moment. Thought Cousins could make another play with his feet. Not enough, and out comes the punting unit.
Great pressure up the right side, but no containment in the middle. It's about a 7 or 8 yard gain that makes it 4th and 2.
You know, there have been a couple of big plays in this game for the Hawks offense, but beyond that, the Rangers defensively have looked really good tonight. And here's a punt from Cousins. Woodard to return from the 40 on the run. Going to make a man miss and runs wide to the right side. A man in pursuit will finally bring him down across the 40 at the 43. And the Rangers will start just south of midfield, down 13-10. About 7 minutes gone by here in this third quarter.
I think if Trayvon had his desire, it would have been a step sooner to reverse field, because I think he had it going back right. He just waited too long to go back that way.
Again, the Hawks a year ago, a 3-7 football team, but don't let that fool you. This has been a strong program for about the past 5 years or so, the regular season record from 2011 to 2015 was 41-9, churning out FBS talent over those years. One of those players, Samaje Perine, played at Oklahoma, and this past May was a 4th-round pick of the Redskins in the NFL.
See what he can do at the next level.
On first down for the 43, Williams operates out of the pistol. 3 receivers. Here's a blitz. Play fake. Williams rolls out right, throws, passes, lasered in, but dropped last moment by a Dorsal Hunter. Tough angle there for Williams on the throw, and it brings up 2nd and 10. Should note, by the way, our statistician, and next week, Tony, your broadcast partner, Jeff Gandy, a former Redskin in his own right.
Indeed.
A draft pick in 1983, played at Baylor, and happy to have him now on our team.
Played for Grant Taft.
Legend there at Baylor. 2nd and 10, Rangers at their own 43-yard line. Rios and Pierce the receivers on 2nd down. Snap to Williams, zone replay, Frausch running right, and he has stood up. Nice defensive stop made by Curly Young, the junior for the Hawks. No gain, sets up 3rd and 10.
Curly Young has been in on about 20 tackles so far tonight. He is a definite football player. Listed as a defensive end, playing linebacker tonight.
The Hawks have had some good defensive talent over the years as well. One of their players from a year ago, Banasaur, is now at Texas Tech. 3rd and 10. 4 wide for Williams, he'll throw. Looks to his right. The junior rolls out to his right, running out of room, heaves the ball downfield, and is almost picked off.
Great job by Rios to break that up like a defensive back and then prevent the interception.
And despite good field position, Smithson Valley is punting again after a 3-and-out. And here is Anderson to punt for the Rangers. Back again to return Miles Brooks for the Hawks. And the snap from Beck to Anderson. The kick is away. Maybe his best punt tonight. Brooks backpedals, fields it at the 14, and is hit at the 15-yard line. Boy, the punt returners in this game are gambling, aren't they, Tony?
To pick up that ball, it looked like he thought he could pick it up and burst through the front line, but there were just too many defenders there, and he's lucky he held on to it.
8 minutes gone by, 3rd quarter, 13-10 is the Hendrickson lead. And we said it moments ago, I'm going to stick with it. This game has a feeling of coming down to the final minute or two.
If you're a football fan, this is a game you want to be at and want to see.
A 42-yard punt moments ago there from Anderson, his best this evening. Averaged about 32 yards a punt last year. Here was Cousins, who's engineered a scoring drive already in the 2nd half. Out of the shotgun, 2 men in the backfield. One of them takes the football, running a right, and a Ranger spears him at the 20-yard line. Coming up to make the play for the Rangers, I believe it was Pierce again, and it was at the 20. No gain, or a small gain of about 3 yards will bring up 2nd down and 7.
Seems like we say this all night. It's another key defensive stop here to get the ball back.
2nd down, 7 to go from the 21. Cousins operating out of the pistol. And now backs down the side of him. He'll take the snap and will keep it up the middle. He is lassoed down by a defender at the 23-yard line. Shooting right in for the Rangers that time on the play. I think it was Coleman'sberger. It was. Another stop for him, the first-year varsity player. And that's going to set up 3rd down and 4 to go.
Kind of different calling out these names that we haven't called before,
yes,
isn't it? Defensively.
Yeah, 42 year ago was Alex Flores' number. Now he wears 8. 3rd and 4. Snap to Cousins. Pump fake. Now rolls out to his right. Throwing downfield. Pass is caught across the 35. A ball that was nearly picked, but into the awaiting arms of Jacob Lee on a bailout throw by Cousins and a 1st down.
Wow, that's all I can say about that one. Just a great job of making a play by Cousins, keeping the ball alive, keeping the play alive, and he makes a play for a first down.
And check it, actually Blaine Barker is back at a quarterback for the Hawks. That was his throw, and it sets up first down for the Hawks 37. Approaching 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Hendrickson on top, 13-10. And now Barker and the keeper this time to his left, and he's dropped at around the 39. Brady Chubb from the safety spot makes the play after a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
Even when they don't really have a good play, they get 3 yards. That's something they've been managing to do most of the night.
Barker looking back to the sidelines for the call, and now relays those to his receivers. Final 100 seconds, third quarter. Again, the Rangers led at halftime, 10-7, now trail 13-10. And now Barker talking to the offensive line as well. Play clock down at 2. Long drawn-out play here, down to 0. And that's a flag, or unless a timeout was called by the Hawks. Was there one?
I don't believe so.
No, delay of game. Boy, you factor in a few things there, Tony.
Game clock is still running.
It is
stopped.
So it's the first week of the season, and you're interchanging quarterbacks. And by the way, back into the game is Cousins. So the Hawks have flipped things throughout this possession alone. Things like that could happen. Second down and 13 now after the flag. Here's a snap. Cousins will throw it to the near side. Pass is caught. Is that a catch? It is. With contact, Jacob Lee, another catch on the drive. And instead of 3rd and long, it's now 3rd and 2.
Great coverage by Pierce there, just a better throw and catch.
3rd down, 2 to go at the 45.
Got an uncovered receiver down here on the bottom.
Snap, Cousins throws to that uncovered man, and he's got the first. The completion to Jalen Taylor to the midfield stripe. 1st and 10, Hendrickson.
You've got a junior safety, Ethan Still, out there just not close enough, and they read it, and they got a 5-yard gain out of a short pass.
Now first down to the 50-yard line. Final 30 seconds, third quarter. Rangers down by 3. Hawks the football. And now whistles blow. A timeout called by who? By the officials.
Problem with the chain.
I'm looking at the far side of the field. Not quite sure if that's the matter at hand here. But whatever it is, it's been cleared up and play resumes. Cousins has looked really good this third quarter for the Hawks. At quarterback, takes a snap on first down, he'll throw it again, passes low but reeled in by the receiver to the Ranger 46. Second catch tonight for Somerville will bring up 2nd down and 5 to go. And that the final third quarter play. The Rangers down by 3, heading into the final 12 minutes of the season opener. Fourth quarter coming up in just a moment. We're back on the Rangers Network.
When you're ready for a break, hurry in to Chicken Express. Let us do all the cooking for you. We always offer high-quality, affordable meals that the entire family will enjoy. Our chicken is never frozen and it's hand-battered fresh, so you can really taste the difference. You can expect fast and friendly service at Chicken Express, whether you dine in, drive through, or drive up. Hurry in and hurry back to Chicken Express.
Well, buckle up because here we go. Final 12 minutes of the opener, 13-10. Hawks lead, and they have the football inside of Ranger territory. 2nd and 5 with the quarterback. Cousins gets outside, 35-yard line, tightropes the sideline, and skirts out at around the 30 to the 27. Cousins making another play, gain of 19 yards. First down, Hendrickson.
I'd really like to see the replay because I think you would most of the time say that Coldmansberger was being held on the edge there as Cousins scooted outside of him. He sure had his shoulder pads kind of tucked up inside.
And we see Cousins hobble off to the sidelines, by the way.
Yeah.
And now Barker back at a quarterback. After essentially losing the job after the first half. Takes a snap. It's a passing play after a pump fake. Now a running play.
Wow, another hold. There's a flag.
And the flags come in as Barker is finally corralled inside the 15, but that's coming back. That is a critical penalty there against the Hawks because now it makes it 1st and 20. The Rangers' goal in this drive, goal 1, is to get a stop. No points at all. Your secondary goal is if they're going to get points, make sure it's only 3. Tony, that takes them out of field goal range.
I think it was Witcher that time who was trying to get to the edge and just did a great job of selling the hold that time, more so by flopping like he did. And they got the flag from 2 different officials.
Now 1st and 20 at the Ranger 38. Barker, the quarterback. He'll take the snap, looking left, rushes on. Barker trying to tuck and run and slides down at around the 38. He'll lose a yard. And now it's gone from 1st and 10 inside the 30 to 2nd and 21.
If you're a Ranger fan, they're moving the right direction.
You are one, aren't you? If you're not, you're in the wrong place.
Yes, sir.
All right, just checking. 2nd and 22, they'll mark it now, and now the Hawks using some more clock. I wouldn't say the clock is a big issue right now in a one-possession game with 11 minutes to go, but at some point it will be.
Yes.
That was a fairly obvious statement. The clock, of course, is an issue at some point in the football game. And now time is called on that note by the Hawks with 10:52 to go in the 4th quarter. That is their first time out of the half. They have 2 left. Again, 10:52 to go. 13-10, Hendrickson on top.
If you can keep them from putting anything on the board here, this is as big a momentum changer as you can have.
Again, the Rangers have won 2 straight season openers. Last loss came on the road at Midland back in 2014, a 33-26 game. Last year, the Rangers won the opener handily over Anderson, who we'll see next week. 60-20, Smithson Valley win, but the opponent tonight, a much stiffer test. We knew, again, that 3-7 record finish a year ago for the Hawks was an anomaly.
Yeah.
It's playing out tonight. 2nd and 22 for Barker, the quarterback. 4 wide again. Pass-heavy look all night tonight for Hendrickson. 4-man rush for the Rangers. It's a draw, running left. Jackson inside the 30. He puts on the Jets. 20, 15, 10 to the end zone. Touchdown. 39 yards on the draw. And the Hawks now have a precious 2-possession lead.
What a great play call. You kind of wondered when the running back stood still and the quarterback went that way that looked like a draw all the way, and the blocking was really good up front.
Timon Jackson's 2nd touchdown run of the game, both coming since halftime. And the Hawks have turned a 10-7 deficit now into a 19-10 lead. And here is Skiles off with the PAT. His last attempt was blocked. Low snap, kick again tipped, but this one still manages to creep through the uprights, and it gives the Hawks a 10-point lead. 10:42 to go, 4th quarter. Hendrickson 20, Rangers 10. Back in a moment on the Rangers Network.
Hello, I'm Steve from GVTC, here to install your 1 gig per second internet service.
Hey, you're Ranger Senior Trayvon Merrick Woodard.
No, sir, I'm Steve with GVTC.
Come on. Cornerback, kick punt return, wide receiver.
I'll be over here. I'll let you know if I need anything. Just came here to set up your Wi-Fi.
Thanks, Steve.
So this is it, huh?
Yep, this is where it all starts and finishes.
Joe Pavelek, Jeff Shin, Alan Hill, Pat Bailey, Matt Hilson, Clint Haney, Cody Fuller, Eric Anders, Garrett Smith, Andrew Sandejo, Josh Adkins could have dressed in the soccer.
We got work to do, kid.
We're gonna go inside, we're gonna go outside, we're gonna get him on the run, we're gonna keep him on the run, then we're gonna go, 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 go. We won't stop until we're across that goal line. This is a team they say is good. Well, I think we're better than them. So what do you say, men?
Let me give it a try. Making videos is not easy. It's confusing and it's hard work. Well, I'm here to tell you, when your back's against the wall, call Wick Productions. It's who we use for game night scoreboard production and the Rangers Network.
Amazing, Coach. Another perfectly executed shameless plug.
Welcome back to Pflugerville. A 39-yard touchdown run on a draw on 2nd and 22 has given the Hawks a 2-possession lead, 20-10 now, with 10:42 left in the season opener. Here's the kickoff, and again it is short, and it is a fair catch call for. Heads-up play made by Cervantes, the 46-yard line. So the Hawks there, element of surprise. Cervantes, though, makes the heady play. And now, as a result, Tony, the Rangers have great field position.
I think everybody was surprised. I don't know that the kicker knew what he was trying to do on that try, because I think he messed up his steps and didn't know how to kick it because he saw Woodard come this way where he might have wanted to pooch it or line drive it. And I just think he tried something that ended up giving the Rangers some good field position.
Well, I said a moment ago that time was not a factor. Well, now it officially is.
Yes.
For the Rangers, they must score on this drive, down 2 possessions with 10:42 left.
And really, it doesn't matter. I mean, you could take 5 or 6 minutes on this one because you've got to put points on the board. It doesn't have to be in a hurry.
Williams' pass on first down. It was over the head of everybody.
Called interference.
Yeah, contact downfield out around the 30-yard line. And the offender on the play was Miles Brooks, who was pleading with his head coach that what he did was legal. The officials disagree. And the Rangers will have a first down inside of Hawks territory.
Well, he grabbed him.
And so think about that, Tony. You get 15 yards, and it took you 6 seconds to get it, and the clock is still stopped.
That's okay.
And now the Hendrickson 39, 20-10, the Hawks lead as we approach the final 10 minutes of the game. Williams out of the shotgun with 4 wide. And the junior wants to throw for Pierce on the screen. Bottled up at around the 36. That's only 3 yards. 2nd and 7.
Hunter that time had a much more difficult time putting a block on the defender that time and made it tougher for Pierce to get any, any motion going forward with any momentum.
And Pierce has had himself a game tonight. One of the more physical catch and runs you'll see this season. A 39-yarder back in the second quarter. 2nd and 7. From the Hendrickson 36. And Williams takes a snap. He'll keep it up the middle, slicing inside the 35 and down to the 31-yard line. Good run there, 5 yards, will bring up 3rd down and a short 2 to go.
Curly Young with another tackle, by the way. He seems to be on every play.
A year ago, this defense of the Hawks gave up over 36 points per game, more than any other team in a very good 13-6A district.
And you could see that.
Yep.
Because a year younger, these guys might not be as efficient as they are right now.
3rd and 2. Big play in the game, and the Rangers, I think, may have jumped. There was no flag in. It looked like 2 players were moving at the same time to get in motion, but Aiken with the carry inside the 30-yard line. He's got the first down, so no penalty, and we'll take it.
If they didn't throw the flag, it's not a penalty.
Aiken the first down carry. If you recall, Smithson Valley's lone touchdown tonight scored by Aiken, a 1-yard plunge back in the second quarter. And now the Hawks 28-yard line. 3 men in the backfield right now along with the quarterback Williams. On first down, play fake. Williams rolls out left, and he is sandwiched out of the 30-yard line. That time it wasn't Young on the play, it was Clifton Stiles for Hendrickson, a loss of 2, second down and 12.
Got to get some yards on second down to make third down manageable here. Kind of a funky play that time with 2 backs over on this side, and one of them was Hunter, didn't even move. He just stood there on the edge.
Second and 12 with the Hendrickson 30. Huge possession here for Smithson Valley. Snap to the junior quarterback. Here's a rush, and the rusher gets in almost untouched. Slammed down to the 35-yard line. J.P. Ekpe with a stop, and it's now third down and a mile. Third and 17, and again in a possession that Tony and I have described as a must score. Smithson Valley, if you're the Rangers here, you don't need all 17 yards, but if there's going to be fourth down, make it manageable.
Give yourself a chance for a field goal if nothing else.
Boy, and look at this umbrella coverage here for the Hawks. The entire secondary is playing a good 10 to 15 yards off the receivers. On third and 17, pass near side, caught by Woodard, spins to his right.
Flag.
And he is gang tackled to the 27. As Tony said, there is a penalty on the play. And we'll check the marker.
Looks like they're pointing it, Mike.
Illegal shift.
Yep.
Declined, and now fourth down, and we'll call it 8 coming up. I'm kind of surprised they declined the penalty there, Tony, because it would have been third and 22. I know you're trading it down here, but now fourth down is somewhat manageable, or potentially a field goal try. And the Rangers will go for the former here. 7:10 left, down by 10 points. They must convert.
When Mason Reed made the 40-yarder, it had plenty of length to it. This is the second time they've turned down a 43-yarder.
4th and 8. Williams throws, middle, pass is caught. A rope thrown by Williams right into the gut of a dorsal Hunter inside the 20 and down to the 15-yard line.
There's a Hawk down on the field.
Oh boy, and he looks to be in dire straits right now. At around the 17, helmet is off and gripping his right leg. Boy, tough moment for that young man down there.
Cramping up.
Being looked at by the trainer. We hope that's all it is.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the throw, though, Tony. You know, it's 4th and 7. Game potentially on the line on this possession. If you're the Rangers, if you're Levi Williams, this is your first varsity game as a player comes off of the sidelines. By the way, it's Tobias Harris, the one that was down for the Hawks. And so you're asking Williams, who was on JV a year ago, to come through in that spot, and boy, did he ever.
He has got a cannon of an arm, and he's shown it a couple of times tonight, and that's been the difference on making plays.
And now a fresh set of downs at the 15. Three wide here for Williams on first down. And he'll keep it himself up the middle, looking for room inside the 10 and dives down to the 7-yard line. Nice run by Williams, one of his better runs of the night. Good for 7 yards, second down and 3 coming up.
Kind of funny, he met Martinez in the air that time, and Martinez went back and he went forward. And that's your quarterback.
Hunter's checked back into the game, by the way. Big catch moments ago as a timeout was called by the officials. A Ranger now is down, and perhaps cramping the issue with him.
Sure looks like it.
You see this week 1. You will not see this in week 3 or 4.
Not usually, and not unless it's one of those extremely humid nights with a lot of heat.
Well, we're no strangers to that here in Texas.
Yeah.
That was Ronald Copney, by the way, now getting up. We haven't talked enough about the offensive line here tonight, on top of this being Williams' maiden voyage on the varsity. For a lot of these linemen, the same can be said about them.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. A lot of them are new, but there are a couple of holdovers, and they have performed admirably tonight for most of the night.
Against a good front seven of the Hawks.
Yes.
2nd down and 3 inside the 10 of the 8-yard line. Out of the pistol, Williams, motion from Pierce. Handoff Aiken up the right side, twisted down to the 7 for 1 single yard. We'll bring up 3rd and 2, and there's that man again, by the way, Curly Young, in the stop for the Hawks. And we are now past the halfway point of the 4th quarter. Hendrickson on top, 13-10. I do wonder if this is 4-down territory for the Rangers.
It has to be, I think, because he's already decided not to kick a field goal twice tonight, albeit long ones, but I think he wants to get into the end zone right now and save the field goal for later.
3rd down and 3 from the 8. Snap to Williams on the keeper, up the middle. 1st down and more, inside the 5, towards the goal line, he's in. Touchdown, touchdown, Smithson Valley. What a run by Levi Williams. He would not be stopped. First contact at the 7-yard line, and he found his way into the end zone.
They're still ahead, but did you see how long the Hawks laid on the ground before they got up? It's almost like, uh-oh. It is the best thing I can think of, and there is no place you'd rather be than facing a team that's thinking, uh-oh.
And after the PAT, for the Rangers is Pierce, or Reed, I beg your pardon, Mason Reed, to make it a 3-point game. And he is able to do just that. Kick is good. At 5:24 left, 4th quarter, don't go anywhere. Hendrickson 20, Smithson Valley 17. We're right back on the Rangers Network.
Hey guys, Tyler Florence here. This season, the Great Food Truck Race is headed way down south. 7 teams navigating culinary roadblocks in a race to victory. Are you ready to roll?
I'm ready. Are you ready? I don't think they're ready.
Wow.
All new, Sunday night at 9, the Great Food Truck Race on Food Network.
Watch Food Network, GVTC Digital Cable Channel 563. GVTC, just plain smart.
Here we go, tie ball game with just 2 seconds left on the clock, and the Rangers are looking to score. Here's a snap. Bayless, who was wide open down the near sideline. And he makes a catch at the 10, the 5, touchdown. My goodness, what a play, and the Rangers win. Smithson Valley's junior quarterback growing up in front of our very eyes engineers a crucial 4th quarter touchdown drive and has cut this Hawks lead from 10 down to 3, 20-17. Hendrickson on top, 5:24 left here this 4th quarter.
And if you're Chip Killian, how sick are you that you missed an extra point earlier?
Reed's kickoff is short, angle to the far side, and it's bobbled to the 20, and diving down to the 24 is the returner. Well, the Hawks again on a special teams play, just divert disaster there. And they'll start south of their own 30-yard line. But going back, Tony, to what you said, yes, that block PAT is looming so large right now.
They'd have a 4-point lead right now with the Hawks, and that would mean Smithson Valley would have to score a touchdown to take the lead or even tie, and now
now the Hawks take the field at offense, looking to do 2 things here. Add to the lead if possible. If not, use as much clock as they can. From the 24, man late coming onto the field. One of the Hawks receivers. It's Taylor. And now the play clock down to 5. Here's the snap. And it's a running play up the middle, and there's Jackson again. Remember, Timon Jackson had a huge 39-yard touchdown run to open this 4th quarter. And that time is stopped after a gain of 4 yards to bring up 2nd and 6. And by the way, Cousins now on the sideline, and back into the game is Barker at quarterback. Looked like Cousins came up lame a bit on the previous possession.
Well, that running out of the sideline, I think, is what caught him.
Under 5 minutes to go now. Hawks in front, 20-17, faced with 2nd and 6 at their own 28-yard line. Play clock down to 5 again. Hawks bleeding the clock. Snap to Barker. Now on the handoff, running left, 35, 40, getting outside midfield. Just shy of it to the 49-yard line. There is Jackson again. The stop finally made by Thomas Zoig. And boy, Timon Jackson has been tough to stop tonight.
Boy, he is elusive.
We came in singing the praises of DJ Jackson, but it's been Timon Jackson that's had the better game.
No doubt.
Hawks again using all the clock they can, nursing his 3-point lead. Barker barking to the offensive line. 1st and 10 from his own 48. And it's a snap on the ground, dove back on by the quarterback, Barker. A dead play there for the Hawks and a loss of 3. 2nd and 13 back at the 45. There have been times in this game where the Hawks have been unable to get out of their own way.
And yet
they lead. This is a talented group. 2nd and 13. Play clock again winding down. Game clock along with it. On 2nd down. Pass far side is behind the receiver who was open. Thomas Williams, who caught a touchdown from Barker earlier in the game, had a seam. This thrown ball, though, brings up 3rd and 13, and that stopped the clock as well.
And again, he's got 2 receivers over there, and it's indeed he threw behind the one receiver, but they're just 2 guys too close to one another, and I'm not real sure he's real confident about where he wants to throw it.
I'm a bit surprised by the call itself.
Yeah.
3rd and 13. Barker from the pistol. Here's a snap. He'll take off and run up the right side and down at the 49 by Zuber. And the Ranger defense, after yielding a big play by Williams, or by Jackson rather, earlier in the drive, stiffens up and now forces 4th down, and here comes the punting unit. I told you, Tony, about a half hour ago, don't go anywhere. This game is coming down to the final minute or 2. Well, here we go. Approaching 3 minutes left, 4th quarter, 3-point game.
I haven't gone anywhere.
Well, I guess that's true, yes.
I'm still here.
And by the way, back to punt is Cousins. I suppose he's healthy enough to do that. And off the rugby style, sends it into the air behind Woodard's head, and it will do just that. And the Rangers will start at their own 25 with 2:48 left in a make-or-break drive. They do have all 3 timeouts left, but you figure there is 0 chance Smithson Valley will end this possession with a punt.
I would not argue with that a bit. It wouldn't make any sense.
No. A game we were robbed of a year ago. We are getting it tonight, and thank goodness it has been a phenomenal start of the 2017 season.
It has indeed.
Can this junior JV call-up quarterback, Levi Williams, engineer a game-winning drive over the final 2:48? We're about to find out. He just led one, scoring himself on the last possession. 4 wide and 1st down from his own 20. Snap to Williams. Play fake. Pass middle. Caught. 30-yard line. Breaking a tackle. Woodard. Cutting it outside. Across the 40 and down to the 44-yard line. Gain of 24. 1st down.
You don't want to say that was a touchdown-saving tackle, but it was awful close.
Well, I
Mahoney was the only guy that could have caught him.
If not for that hit, I'd actually think Woodard scores. 1st down now at the 44-yard line for Williams. Woodard lined up wide to the left, facing press coverage. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Williams taking it up to the 50-yard line. That's good for 6. Make it 5-yard gain at the 49. 2nd and 5 coming up as we approach the final 2 minutes of the game. And again, the Rangers do have all 3 timeouts left, and now another Hawk crumples down to the ground. And that is Miles Brooks, whose name we've called quite a bit tonight, but not for the right reasons.
That's a tough one, too, because you don't want the clock to stop. You want it to keep. You want
right.
You know, and the Rangers, obviously, with 2 minutes and 3 timeouts, don't have to be in a hurry. Play clock was at 22 when he went down. Still probably 10 seconds away from the snap of the ball. Rangers had gotten the play and were starting to get into position. Tough for the Hawks.
Well, Tony, you've heard the expression, right? Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. I look at this drive. We already saw a big play made by one of those big players, Trevon Merrick-Woodard. I have to imagine that's not the last time his name will be called in this possession.
Oh, I don't think that you can keep the ball out of his hands at this point.
After the injury stoppage, we resume. 2nd and 5. Ranger football at their own 49-yard line, down 20-17. What a great opener tonight here in Pflugerville. 3 wide on first down, or 2nd and 5 rather. Williams and the keeper again, trying to find real estate up the middle, and is able to pick up a yard. That time read well by the Hawks, and again, there's Young on the tackle, sets up 3rd and 4.
Kind of an odd play. Didn't look like it didn't develop exactly how it should have, and Williams kind of catches the ball with nothing in front of him that's good.
And now the final 95 seconds. 3rd and 4, 4-down territory for the Rangers. Snap to Williams, looking left, throws left, pass caught. First down, Woodard inside the 45. Down to the 42, the clock will stop for a moment to move the chains, and the Ranger drive will continue. That's now 2 catches on this drive alone for Woodard. And the clock ticking once more. Now reading 1:10 left from the Hawks 41. And trips right, the formation here for Williams. Takes a snap, looking to throw, rolls left, throws against the grain. The ball goes off the mitts of Woodard, but thankfully falls incomplete, and it brings up 2nd and 10.
You know, we've talked about his arm being his hard. He can throw the ball. He's had 2 short passes tonight that have been thrown too hard, and that was one of them. If he lays it out in front of him and lets him run into it, he's got a chance for a first down and maybe a big gain. He fired that ball from short range.
Silver lining clock is stopped with 1 minute to go in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 10 Rangers at the Hendrickson 41. 2 receivers either way for the junior quarterback. Takes a snap, looking left. Williams looking right now. Tucks and runs 40, 35, and will be pushed back at the 34-yard line. And timeout is called by the Rangers. Will stop the clock, 50 seconds to go, and they'll be faced with 3rd down at about 3 after that 7-yard run.
Gutsy play by Williams that time to go ahead and tuck it and move, because he knew he probably wasn't going to get a first down, but he knew he had timeouts left, but he had to get 6-7 yards to make it worthwhile, and he did.
Now, considering where the Rangers are at the Hawks' 34-yard line with 2 timeouts left and 50 seconds to go, you don't have to rush. Right? Don't panic right now in terms of clock. You have enough time.
If the ball stays in bounds, you're looking at 3 or 4 plays. If you can get out of bounds, get some first downs, then you could get 5 or 6 plays.
We should know, by the way, that Mason Reed did hit a 40-yard field goal earlier in the game, and the Rangers are down by 3. They don't have to score a touchdown on this possession.
That is correct. They could force overtime with a field goal. And we know Reed can kick it from 40 yards out. As I mentioned in his opening field goal that he scored back early in the 2nd quarter from 40, it had at least 10 more yards on it when it went through the uprights.
Here we go, 3rd down and 4. The Hawks 34-yard line, trips right for Williams. Takes a snap, running play to his left, 30, dives down to the 27-yard line. The junior gives the Rangers another set of downs with 45 seconds to go.
Got a great block, got 2 great blocks on the edge to free him up, and a great run by Williams for the first down.
Williams not bulky, 6'3", 185, but he's running as if he's weighing 50 pounds heavier tonight.
Got to move a little quicker than this.
35 seconds now from the Hawks 28. 4 wide for Williams. Here's a blitz, looking right, screen for Pierce, and he is brought down to the 30, but they're going to say the pass was incomplete. a short-hopped Pierce, whose back was to us, shielding us from the play. Clayton Parent on coverage, stops the clock, 26 seconds to go.
Not a bad thing. If he completes that, it could be worse for you with the clock rolling.
And again, the Rangers do have 2 timeouts left.
Williams had pressure on that play as well.
Yeah, blitz was on. That screen's going to develop. It has to fast. 2nd and 10 for the 28. Williams back to throw. Looking left. Throws it. Caught. And did he get out of bounds? He did. The receiver. And that was Hunter. Another catch out of the 22. A gain of 6 brings up 3rd and 4 with 21 seconds to go.
Where's that play you haven't used tonight that gets somebody, Woodard, Rios, Pierce, streak into the end zone on a post pattern or a flag pattern or just something to get somebody open going down the field? It's tough with, like you've mentioned, their DBs are 10, sometimes more yards off the line of scrimmage. You got to free someone up for him to throw to.
3rd and 4 at the Hawks 22. Williams out of the pistol, takes a snap, play fake, pass, middle, caught, but they're going to say the play dead. False start called against the Rangers.
Boy, that's the play. I'm telling you, that was it. If they execute it, we're smiling.
Now, because a play the Rangers thought was being run, they should add the 4 seconds back to the clock. It reads 17 right now, but it was a pre-snap dead ball penalty, and now the clock says 20 seconds, and it's now 3rd and 9.
Should say 21, shouldn't it?
I believe so, yeah. Here we go, 3rd and 9 from the 27. Here's a blitz. Williams looking, rolls, throws deep, end zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are no flags in the post for Mason Pierce. Coverage downfield provided by Andrew Trevelyan. And now 4th and 9 with 14 seconds left. This would be a 44-yard field goal attempt if the Rangers choose to do that.
They still have 2 timeouts, so you can get the ball up the field and call a timeout if you don't get out of bounds or don't make a first down. But right now, I think your goal has to be getting in field goal position.
The play clock is winding down to 10. The huddle is not broken. Now it has. And now the play clock down to 5. Here we go. 4th down and 9. Play clock to 1, and there's a timeout called by the Hawks. They bail the Rangers out there. That is their second. They have 1 left in this second half.
Woodard was far left.
Yes.
Was he not covered by someone they wanted? Why else would you call a timeout there?
Because what you've done there, the Rangers, I thought, were in a position where they had to call a timeout to prevent losing 5 yards there.
Yeah, I don't understand that timeout.
Well, the Rangers will take it. And again, they trailed 20-17, faced with 4th and 9 at the Hawks' 27-yard line.
Who do you want to throw to right now if you have to have a catch? Is it Hunter? Is it Pierce? Is it Woodard? Who?
It's got to be Woodard for me, Tony. Let's say if you make a throw that's short of the sticks, the one player I think can make defenders miss and make a play in that case is Trevon Merrick-Woodard. And we're about to find out.
You have to get at least 5 yards to have that 40-yard field goal, which in the back of your mind has to be what you know you have to do. Touchdown is what you want to do.
Here we go, 4th and 9. With 4 wide for Williams. Here's a blitz, 5-man rush. Williams throws, far side, pass caught by Rio. Inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown, touchdown, clutch. Touchdown for Smithson Valley. The lead back to the Rangers with 8 seconds to go. What a play.
Why didn't we mention Ricky Rios? That was an unbelievable touch of a throw.
Right over the head of the defender, Ricky Rios to catch. And it gives the Rangers a 23-20 lead with 8 seconds to go. We have said it over the last 2.5 hours. What a night. It bears repeating. What a night here in Pflugerville. On for the PAT is Reed to give the Rangers a 4-point lead. Here's a snap, set down, kick by Reedus up, and it is good. 24-20 Rangers with 8 seconds remaining. The game not quite over yet, but my goodness, what a drive engineered by the junior quarterback, Levi Williams. Monstrous shoes to fill. Arguably the shoes of the greatest quarterback ever to play in a Ranger uniform, Josh Adkins. Well, Levi Williams' debut performance, we might be talking about him in that same vein one day.
That is only the second time tonight Smithson Valley has led. 10-7, right. The other one. The only other time tonight.
Can we point this out, Tony? This is courtesy of Jeff Gandy, our statistician. And what Jeff is pointing out is that the offensive line with a blitz coming gave Williams the protection to make that throw, had the time to make that throw, and the O-line gets plenty of credit there.
Ricky Rios. Did the senior wake up today and think, hey, I'm going to catch a game-winning pass tonight?
Let's not forget, too, that he actually had to make a man miss after he made the catch as well. If he's tackled or shoved out of bounds, we're still working on another play here.
No doubt.
Reed to kick off, again with 8 seconds left. 24-20, Smithson Valley. And one of the better season openers I've ever seen. Here is Reed's kick, short to the far side, end over end. Returner from the 16 to the 20, 25, and down to the 27 with 4 seconds to go.
Don't get a penalty.
And time for one more play for the Hawks. Probably going to see a series of laterals. The Rangers have one more play to make to put this one in the books.
I'm flabbergasted. That was, Levi Williams has matured immensely tonight. Yeah, the offensive line gave him great protection, and we've said a lot about them, and we'll say a lot about them this season. But Levi Williams made a pass that had only one square yard he could put it in to make a play, and he did.
Well, here's Barker, and one last offensive play barring a defensive penalty here for the Hawks. Rangers have 3 deep safeties from the 27. Snap to Barker, 3-man rush. He's pressured, steps up, will run it 35-40. Midfield, Barker is tackled, ball comes out, and that is the ball game, and the Rangers have started 2017 1-0, and in what fashion? Coming from behind, 10 points down to the fourth quarter. 2 fourth-quarter drives engineered by Levi Williams, and the game winner with 8 seconds to go on a 28-yard touchdown pass to Ricky Rios. Tony, what an opener.
That was unbelievable. The patience of this football team to not lose focus in a drive with 2:58 to go, to engineer it in such a way to continue to be ready to make one more play.
Final score, Smithson Valley 24, Hendrickson at 20. Post-game coverage coming up. Back in a moment right here on the Rangers Network.
When you're ready for a break, hurry in to Chicken Express. Let us do all the cooking for you. We always offer high-quality, affordable meals that the entire family will enjoy. Our chicken is never frozen and it's hand-battered fresh, so you can really taste the difference. You can expect fast and friendly service at Chicken Express, whether you dine in, drive through, or drive up. Hurry in and hurry back to Chicken Express.
Looking at some of the final numbers from this one tonight, again, we talked about it coming into the game that there are big shoes to fill for Williams, taking the reins of an offense that a year ago averaged 40 points per game, racking up nearly 400 yards per game. Well, tonight, the Rangers, 641 yards of offense, nearly 400 through the air for Williams, 250 on the ground for Smithson Valley. Williams, by the way, tonight, a touchdown pass, the game winner, and a touchdown run as well. A great start to his career. Don't forget, our next broadcast is coming up next week, the Rangers home opener, as they host the Trojans of Austin Anderson. We'll have live coverage here on RangersNetwork.com starting at 7:15 next Friday night.
It's going to be a good one. and it's a whole lot more fun going home 1-0 than 0-1.
Definitely. Do want to thank our entire WIC Productions crew on behalf of the Rangers Network, my broadcast partner Tony Brubaker, our statistician Jeff Gandy. I'm Brant Freeman. Once again, the final score, Rangers 24, Hawks 20. From Pflugerville, Texas, good night.
Tom Brady, that's a mic drop.
This is football, and this is how it is. Let's just get right to it.
Start your game day with Game Day Morning, football's first pregame show every Sunday.
Watch NFL Network, GVTC Digital Cable Channel 579. GVTC, just plain smart.